Hey, what's going on, guys? This is going to be my out-of-box review here for the 1/144 scale non-grade Mercurius and Vayeate kits. So I'm doing these just as a kind of combined unboxing and combined review videos just because they're pretty old and pretty basic. These kits came out in the year 2000. And they've never gotten any other kit form except for these. So if you ever wanted a kit of these from Bandai, these have been your only options. Now there are resin kits out there as well, but these are, yeah, again, going to be the only plastic scale kits out at the moment, which is pretty sad because they're really cool designs, and these kits, yeah, are going to take a lot of work, as you can tell by looking at the Mercurius here first, and then we'll look at the Vayeate here in a minute. But so these kits are only molded in two colors. You have that really dark navy blue, dark gray kind of navy blue color, and then the red in the case of the Mercurius, and in case of the Vayeate, it's just bright blue. You do also have a little bit of gray of just the polycaps, which there are many exposed polycaps here and there, as like the joints and the hands are made of polycaps. And they do have a couple of stickers as well. I haven't put them on the Mercurius, but I did put them on the Vayeate there, so you can just get a look at how the very limited stickers that come with this are going to look, just to add a little bit of color to these just straight out of the box. But these do come with the basic accessories and a really cool little pilot figure, which I think is right about 1/35 scale, I think. So they come with a little bit of extra stuff there in the box, at least to give you something to do with this. But let's just take a look at that now. Alright, so let's take a close-up look here at the Vayeate first, and these weapons on the back, man, they love to fall off real easy. First off, on this energy generator part there's a little tiny like tab. It's not just a straight peg there, there's a little tab on the bottom of that as well that's kind of meant to help keep it in place, and that was kind of holding it on there a little bit strong, but I didn't really notice that on there at first, so I kind of twisted this, and that just broke right away. There's a little bit of little tab on there, so just be careful about that if you get this kit. And this bit over on this side, which is meant to hold the actual cannon like handheld part, this is just meant to just kind of be held in there by friction, which it sort of is basically, but just be really careful about that because it doesn't really hold it in there too well. If you touch it at all, it will just fall off. But what else do you get included with the kit? You get the option for the face mask, so you can either have the mask closed or open. I have the open form one here now, but you can just swap that out if you want to have that closed. Now both kits come with both forms of like the antenna on the top, so the Mercurius is only supposed to have the single one, but if you wanted to have them both with like the V-shaped one or both with just the single one, you can do that. There's just included the both on the runners there. Now when this is connected onto the back like this, that does open up like that, so you can open that up, and then this part down at the bottom, you kind of turn that around, and then you have this energy cable here, which will connect the cannon to the backpack part. Now it's just this one simple solid piece here. Now you'll take the cannon and rotate this part forward, take this part from the backpack and put that onto the end of there like that. Put this longer bit into here like so. Now the kit will hold on to the handle there, and it's looking a little bit weird. Then we'll plug into the bottom of the generator part for the backpack and plug that back onto his back. Open that up, and yeah, it's not really gonna want to stay on there very well, but essentially here's kind of what you're gonna be left with. Now you could do a little bit better job to try to get that posed a little bit better, but again, it's gonna take some work. Another thing these come with, like I mentioned, is the pilot figure. So here we have this scale figure here of Troa Barton. Again, I'm pretty sure this is right about 1/35 scale. And you also have this little stand they're supposed to stand on, and the name is there in katakana on the stand, which is pretty cool. You're meant to just kind of glue him there onto the stand once he's painted, just to have him standing up like that. So that's pretty cool. These are included. It's pretty nicely detailed, but it's in that like kind of a softer rubber, so it's a little bit harder to work with than if it were just straight up just polystyrene plastic. But as you can see, the detail on it is pretty nice, and it's cool there in their like pilot suits that they wore when they were actually piloting these mobile suits. So pretty nice. Now let's take a look at the Mercurius here next. Now we do also have the pilot figure with this one as well. I lost the little base for him though as well, for our little figure here of Hero, and I haven't cleaned off the nubs on him either, but you can see we just also have a really nice figure there of Hero included with the Mercurius. This one as well, like I mentioned before, it has the option for the single antenna and also has the option for the open mask if you wanted to use either of those. And then obviously we have its included weapons with the beam pistol kind of thing, which has some hollow gaps on the one side, and then the, I think it's called a crash shield on this other side, which on the back is looking pretty bad with injection pin molding marks there, very visible, but as long as you don't look at the back, it's okay. And you actually have an effect part for that as well, which is just molded in obviously the wrong color, but hey, at least it's included, and if you paint that up, then you've got the effect part for that as well. So hey, it's nice that it's included anyway. As for the shield bit kind of things on its backpack, deflector sort of, I don't even know, I can't remember exactly what they're called, but those can move around here. Both the kits have this, but the Vayeate doesn't really use this gimmick, but for the Mercurius anyway, you can slide that around up underneath his armpit and rotate that around here. And these are connected, but you can move them around a little bit. So you get this kind of situated. You can see we have a few different points of articulation. So these two are connected, but we have joints between the other ones here. So these two and these two are connected, but you have joints between them here to move those around a little bit. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it works pretty well for just a non-grade 1/44 scale kit that's kind of as poor as it is, but at least it does kind of what it's meant to do. So it's not too bad. And again, just it's going to take a lot of work, but if you're willing to put in the work, they're not too terrible looking. Now I'll just go over kind of this basic articulation of these. So the head will move up to there and down to there. So you have a little bit of movement, and then of course you can rotate that around as well. In the stomach section, obviously not going to be really any articulation there, except for just rotation there at the waist. Shoulder armor can move on its own, and you can bring the arm out to about 90 degrees. And you can rotate it here at the elbow, that's just on a polycap there, and then just a single joint in the elbow there at the polycap is going to give you actually a pretty good bend for that. You can get that raised up actually pretty well. Of course, there's going to be seam lines all over this kit. It's not even really worth mentioning, but pretty much every part is going to have a seam line on it, so just be prepared for that. The hands are just on a ball joint, but again, the hands are just polycap material in their entirety, so it probably would be best to just try to get some replacement hands for that if you can. Down here in the legs, basically you just got a simple ball and socket joint there at the hip, so you can bring that up, and really only about like to there. That's going to be pretty much the extent of that, and out really only about to there, so not really too much. You can get a kind of alright bend there at the knee, about 90 degrees, but again, it's not really going to be a whole lot. And then the ankle can move a little bit side to side and forward and back like that. Up underneath the feet, just flat there. So here's a look at how this is going to compare to a modern high grade there with the Leo, and yeah, fingers crossed that they'll make some new high grades of the Mercurius and the Vayeate, or RE100 kits, master grades, something in the near future. And of course, these don't have any way to plug them onto any action base, but if you did want to put them on an action base, all you'd have to do is just take a 3mm drill, just drill a hole up there into the center part, and you could just pop this onto an action base. Wouldn't really be a big issue. So that is it. Hopefully this was kind of interesting for you guys. I don't really ever review these really old, really basic kits, and don't really count on it becoming a staple of my channel either. I know a lot of you guys would probably like to see a lot of these really old kits just out of curiosity's sake, but they're just not really all that really worth it or interesting for me. These ones I like just because I really like the designs, and I do have some plans for them possibly in the near future. Possibly that's kind of the reason why I'm actually taking a look at them now here with you guys, because I'm thinking about cutting them up and doing some stuff here with them, but we'll see about that. Anyway, I did have them up on my shelf, so I figured it was time enough to give them a little review here for you guys, just to see how they're gonna look. And again, if you can get them at anywhere near their list price, it should be like under $10, and if you know what you're getting yourself into and you're willing to put in a whole bunch of work, they could look pretty alright. I mean, there's just, just a whole lot of seam lines to get rid of. You could go in and add some more details if you wanted, but it's just kind of up to you. Just getting rid of a bunch of seam lines, maybe filling some empty spaces, and then maybe just a little bit of adjustments. Maybe I would probably scratch build some new elbow joints for it, just rather than using the polycap elbow joints, using some different hands, just getting like some of the build knuckle hands or whatever, the HG builders parts hands, and then maybe just extend the legs a little bit, just saw the legs in half at the middle of the shin there, and just kind of extend those out just to make the legs a little bit longer, basically, because they're really stubby as it is. But that, it'd be a good amount of work, yeah, but I don't think it would take like months and months to get these to look at least as like decent 1/44 scale kits of these two designs. So that is it for the review, guys. Hopefully it's been interesting, helpful if you were ever interested in these kits. So let me know what you think down in the comment section there down below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.